So, you've started a YouTube channel, and you're putting out content you think is good, but aren't getting any views. You look up a YouTube video on how to fix this dilemma, and it tells you to start making shorts. Well, I'm here to show you how to do that, step by step. If you already know a step, there will be timestamps in the description. The very first step to creating a good short is the script. Now, a lot of you may think unscripted content is best, and yes, you can make unscripted content good, but it is a whole lot harder than scripting your short. And the thing about shorts is that your script only needs to be half a page long. Just make sure to give it a hook as the beginning, a middle, and an end. Once you've written your script, you're going to record it using a sound recorder. I just use the built-in one on my PC, but use whatever you want. After recording, open your editor. For this tutorial, I'm using Premiere Pro, but the steps are quite easy, and you should be able to mimic what I'm doing on most other editors. If you're using free software, I suggest getting multiple free apps so you won't hit any of the free trial roadblocks. Step 1 to editing is importing your files. Whether you want a lot of images in your video or just want raw gameplay footage to speak over, you need to import all of that you think you're going to use. Also, it's okay if you need to go on your browser in the middle of editing to download an image you forgot to get in the beginning of editing. Just remember to import your sound. After importing everything you think you need, pull over your audio and trim it down, or edit, split it, and trim that to make sure it sounds just the way you want it. Also, the split key is Control and K at the same time. So, what you want to do next is pull over your background of your video. I usually use a red background in my more modern shorts, but I have used just straight up gameplay before. Either is fine, but make sure it lasts the same length of your audio. The next part is completely optional, but I find it makes for more engaging videos. It's using animated images. Now, animation is a scary word when you first start editing, but fear not, this is actually super simple. Before you animate, you of course want to put the image in the right place at the right time. For instance, when I talk about Super Mario Sunshine here, I put a PNG of Mario Sunshine on screen at the same time and spot where I talk about it. I like to trim up the image so it corresponds with a few words, but I'll take it off quick to keep it from distracting the viewer for too long. Now, to start animating, you need to make sure the little clocks by position, scale, and rotation are turned on. It basically animates itself. You just guide it. Let me explain. The blue line moves, then you pause it to when you want the animation to stop, and you move the image to where you want it to stop at. If you rewind and play that back, your picture moves now. If that made sense, congrats. You've completed the hardest learning curve in this video. Now, you don't have to animate every image or every video, because yes, this works not only with images but with videos. You don't have to animate all of it if it's too difficult, or there isn't enough time in your video, or even if it doesn't feel appropriate for the topic you're making your video about. That's alright, you could fade in and out instead. If you go into effects, then video transitions, then dissolve, you'll see a plethora of dissolve options, or fading as I like to call it. The best option that you'll find amongst these is the video dissolve. Drag this to the beginning or end of your desired photo or video to have a transition, and boom! You have it. Fade in and out. Film dissolve is an exclusive to one or the other, so yes, you heard me right, you could use it in both fading in and out. Now, you want to find some music. Whatever song you think will be good in the background, you'll want to have a file of it. To get a file, if you don't already have one, boot up YouTube, look for the song, and copy the link to it. Then open your Internet Explorer and look up YouTube link to MP3 downloader. After you plug your link in and press the convert button, you will be given a file. Make sure it did not redirect you to download the wrong file, and press yes to install it. Just like you did with your voiceover, drag this file over to your video and trim it down to fit your video. Because songs usually last more than a minute, just use your favorite part and trim around that. Now, for your video subtitles, you can either change your window and go to the text-based editing and transcribe captions. You could manually use text to slowly add captions, or you could do what I did and export your video and plug it into Opus Pro to transcribe animated captions for you. Opus Pro is not specifically made for that, but I'm lazy and it works. After you've done all that, read over your captions to make sure there aren't any misspellings or wrong words. And you're done. You've finally finished making your first YouTube short. I hope this really helped you. I'm not the best at explaining things, but if this did, please make sure to like and subscribe. See you all in my next video.